In JavaScript, there are several data types. We have two main categories of types: primitive types, often called primitive values, and reference types, known as reference values. In this lesson, we'll explore the different primitive types, saving reference types for later modules. First, let's delve into the world of JavaScript's primitive types. Number type. JavaScript's number type isn't limited to just integers or floating point numbers. It handles both. String type. Strings in JavaScript are essentially sequences of characters. You can define them using either double or single quotes. Boolean type. Representing logical values, the Boolean type has two possible values, true and false. Keep in mind that JavaScript is case-sensitive, so true is different from true. These are the most commonly used primitive types in JavaScript, but there are others, such as null type. This has one possible value, which is null. Undefined type. Similarly, the undefined type has only one possible value, which is undefined. JavaScript also has some less commonly used primitive types. Symbol, a unique value, and immutable data type. BigInt, a variation of the number type for representing larger integers. We'll explore symbols and bigints in more detail in later sections. For now, let's focus on the fundamental primitive types. Moving on to the practical side, we'll be using the Google Chrome Developer Tools console, which serves as a REPL for JavaScript. Let's get started by opening the console. There are a couple of ways to do this. Launch Google Chrome, navigate to the web page or an empty tab. Once you're on the desired page, press F12 on your keyboard. Alternatively, you can right-click anywhere on the page and select Inspect from the context menu. This will open the Developer Tools panel. Here, click on the Console tab. As I said, Chrome Developer Tools console serves as a REPL. Let's introduce the concept of REPL, which stands for Read-Eval-Print Loop. Many programming languages offer a REPL, and it's incredibly handy when you want to quickly test and experiment with code. Now, you're ready to start experimenting with JavaScript in the console. It's a powerful tool for testing, debugging, and learning. Let's continue exploring various JavaScript data types and literals interactively. If you enter 1, the REPL returns 1, representing a number literal. Similarly, 2.3 represents a floating point number. Numbers in JavaScript have their limits. For instance, 2.2999, etc. is still represented as 2.2999, and so on. But 2.299999 and many more nines is rounded to 2.3. Computational environments have limitations on representing numbers with infinite precision. NaN stands for not a number and can result from certain arithmetic operations. For example, the multiplication between a number and string, etc. Infinity represents positive infinity and can occur when dividing by 0. A string text literal represents a string. You can use double or single quotes to define strings. Attempting to reference an undeclared variable like another throws an error since it's not defined. Remember, consistency is key when using quotes. Mixing them, like in another, will result in an error. You can include double quotes within single quoted strings and vice versa. True and false are Boolean literals. Be mindful that JavaScript is case-sensitive, so true is different from true. Null and undefined are primitive data types with unique literal values. In our journey through JavaScript, these are the fundamentals that provide a solid foundation for your coding adventures.